Hello everybody and welcome back to Let's Play. I keep saying Let's Play every time I open with one of these. Anyway, but welcome back to Megaman 8. In the last episode we went after Duo and took down Astroman, so in this episode we're going to take on the rest of these Robot Masters. Probably not all of them, but we're going to get through as much as we can. So since we took down Astroman, it's time to head after Aquaman, who, ironically, in 2000, his Navi counterpart in Battle Network had to have his name changed. It's still Aquaman in pretty much every game, including the Wii U consoles, I believe, but I haven't played Battle Network 4 on the Wii U yet. But for right now, they just named him Aquaman. Probably just because, like, that's what Capcom does, but they did actually, I believe they got into some trouble over that with DC because, you know, their Aquaman, or character of Aquaman, you know, has been around longer, so they had the rights to the name, which, I mean, I guess makes sense, but, you know, I guess you wouldn't want your character being like this really terrible, crappy robot thing, or associated with it at least, by the possibility, but hey, you know, that's just sometimes it's how it happens, because I guess that's how it goes. But anyway, oh, I'm dead. Well, shoot. That is not good. Anyway, Aquaman stage is your obligatory water stage. You know, every Mega Man game has to have at least one water stage, right? So, with the water stage, you're able to jump higher because of the buoyancy in the wire? Because of the buoyancy in the water. You also have these, like, little clam guys, and then those squid enemies? I don't really know what they're supposed to be called. It's also weird that there's metars underwater. And the little clam guys, I think I mentioned them, but you know, mentioning twice is not that big a deal. But yeah, basically being able to swim in this game is kind of necessary, and let's not end up dying a second time. But you gotta be careful to swim through, you know, spikes and stuff if you don't want to end up dead. You also gotta be careful about how you take out enemies because, well, they can either land on you or come towards you. So just keep an eye out as to where, like, some enemies are, so that way you don't accidentally, like, kill them in the wrong spot and take more damage than you really need to. And now we're coming up to the mini-boss. I recommend equipping the Grenade Man's weapon, because it's probably the best thing for him. Now what it'll do is it'll constantly go up and down the waterfall, and it'll break these logs that keep you afloat. Keep in mind that your shots are always going to be aimed a little bit, or angled, I mean, a little bit towards the top of the screen, so just keep that in mind when you fire at him. Because, you know, if you're falling, he can drop a large boulder, he'll swim up and down, and sometimes he'll go behind the waterfall just to, like, pop up somewhere that might be inconvenient for you. So, you know, just keep attacking him and keep in mind that your shots are going to be angled upwards, so that way you can, you know where to aim and how to hit him. He also has, like, this little punch attack that can take out these logs that you're standing on, so just be careful at least until he goes down. But after he goes down, we get an actually pretty decent power-up. It is Rush, I forget the name. Shoot. But anyway, what it basically does, I don't think it'll say it on here, but yeah, what it does is Rush kind of just comes down and does this. I did not mean to use it. You can use it, I believe, once per life, and it'll just drop a ton of weapon energy, life energy, and that's pretty much it, till it runs out of energy to be used. And here we actually have something that we can take care of, so if you have Astroman's weapon, you could break through that wall, come up here, refill it, and collect out another bolt. So I recommend getting that, because, you know, bolts are helpful to have, especially if you want to get more power-ups. And now we come to a section that is kind of annoying, if I remember. There's a bunch of these spikes. I don't recall if they can kill you in one hit. We've got another thing here that if you have, well, I'm saying if you have, but you would most likely already have it, is Tornado Man's weapon. With the tornado hold to lift that spike up and collect another bolt. And some life energy if you need it. So, might as well take that, get to full health. But these areas are pretty simple. Why do I get the feeling something's through here? Something is. Okay, don't. Gotta swim carefully in fire. Spikes are everywhere. Yeah, just let me go. I actually don't recall ever seeing this area. I always go up through the top. So, I'm not exactly sure what's through here. So, we're gonna find out together, I guess. I'm assuming it's more bolts is what it's gonna be, but, you know. Oh dear, where am I jumping to? Okay, well, there's weapon stuff up there. Okay, guys that run in spikes. Oh dear. Okay, there was a bolt. Ow. Well, there was a bolt, but I missed it. I guess this is where the path reconnects. Fun times. So yeah, if you land on that platform there, you can get another bolt. And that was spikes that I just jumped into with my face. At least, ow, I did it again. Okay, this is a little bit nuts. Where is, Oh, of course you'd be coming after me. Because why wouldn't you want to do something like that? Alright, get that so that I'm not starving for health. Hi. Death. And weapon energy, thanks. You know, at least we're at the boss tour, so we don't have to redo the whole thing again. Which is nice. But off to Aquaman. Yeah, I'm not calling you handsome guy. But yeah, his weakness is the Astro Crush. I recommend trying to do a little bit of damage to him with the Mega Buster at least, because then, you know, because all of your Astro Crushes aren't going to completely kill him. So just try and do as much damage as you can before you run out. There we go. I also recommend doing it while you hit him so you have less chance of getting hit, because if you're in a situation like with me, where I'm nearly dead, you have a better shot at actually, you know, taking him out, because you're attacking him while he can't attack you, because he's in his, I wouldn't say stun period, but at the same time it's also a stun period, because he's not able to move, but he doesn't have any iframes. For those who are unaware of what iframes are, they're just invincibility frames, so it's nothing crazy. But let's head off for Swordman's stage next, because he is weak to the water balloon that we just got from Aquaman. Ready. Now, Swordman's stage is actually a pretty fun one, and why his stage is also kind of put on the second set. And also don't get too close to the door, because you're going to have a ton of baton tons that are coming out. I recommend shooting them as many as you can, because you might get more stuff for it. Now, if you look, there is a thunderbolt, what looks to be a grenade, a pillar of ice, and a wind funnel. So, figure out which one you need to go to, equip the appropriate weapon, and head inside. So with this one, you need to have Thunderclaw to hit these switches to stop those gears from coming at you. Or just, you know, make it through in situations like this, where you can just jump ahead. You can use the Mega Buster, but for some of them, you can only make it with the, you know, Thunderclaw. That's what I'm trying to say, but at the same time, I'm also trying to get through here before I'm dead. But the Thunderclaw just pushes it back completely. And then once you get to the end, make sure to hit this switch before you go through the door. So you'll start back at the beginning, and it'll open up one of the doors. So now we need grenades, so let's head in. Now, for this one, you don't actually need the grenades, but it's to show you these stuff in the back. So that was the eyeball. Here we've got a chair, by the looks of it. And this one is an umbrella / a bolt. Everything is like just popping up there that I don't want on me. So now when we come here, so we just press eyeball, tube thing, chair I think I called it. But anyway, once you hit them in the correct order, that's when you are able to get through the door and hit the button. Now you could just hit them. All you'll do is cause enemies to spawn. Just take care of the enemies and you'll be fine. But it's just like, you don't necessarily need it. Now this one, we do need to have tornado hold. And you want to get these switches. Now this switch is too low, so shoot it over there. And then just shoot down a tornado hold, push it up into the switch. Or there'll be sections like this where you gotta push it up and through because it'll keep coming back down. And ow! Just gotta be rude with that, don't you? I'm not used to my power slide, so I keep sliding into enemies because of how far it takes me. Alright, well that makes 3. So now we need to just do number 4 with the ice pillars. Now this one you also don't technically need the weapon for because you're just freezing these completely. And that's all you're doing is just that way. But if you use your iframes, you can actually get through without any problems. So you technically don't need it as long as you have the health to spare. But once you get through, that's really all it is. And this is currently our new weapon, the water balloon. It's not my favorite weapon, but it actually is fairly powerful. Oh, we've got a mini boss here. I was going to show it off, but I'll show it off in the next area, because I need grenades. Now, you want to hit that little jewel that he has inside. The grenade bomb is the best for it because it leaves such a long-lasting blast radius, and once you get to this section with the hammer guy is going to follow you around and shoot down your area. He's going to basically knock the pillars that you're standing on into the water, or the lava, I mean. So you won't be able to stand on them while you're getting a shot at. So just be careful of that. Just keep it in mind. But these little switches activate. They go a little bit once you step on them, so you gotta continuously jump again and again, and you have to jump on it. You can't just like walk on it and it'll go. And now we have more of these hammer guys, and this is what he was gonna do earlier. But yeah, this is basically water balloon. It is just basically a miniature Mega Buster. It can do more damage than the Mega Buster, but I don't use it all that often, honestly. But that's just me. That was a close call. Okay, I need to move across quickly. Because what happens is you want to get to the edge so that way you can, you know, ride along these lava pillars up through so that way you don't get crushed by the spikes or end up in the lava. So just keep that in mind and try to rush through as quickly as possible. And hello. I don't have the energy balancer, and you guys are all in like the worst spot. There we go. Okay. And now we come to a section where the lava is constantly moving, so you don't have to hold the button, but if you need to like move it a certain way, like back or forth, if you have to, you really shouldn't need to, but if you do have that option. Okay, water balloon, make sure that's full. Because we are on to Swordman.
I'll do my best.
Alright, now Swordman, he's pretty difficult if you're not careful. He can split his body up into 2 sections, so, ow. He can actually do stuff like this, where he comes at you, hits the side of the wall while he's invincible, and then does that. He'll dash like that along the ground and send his head up. He can also drop a giant head pillar that he came down in on top of you. So, just be careful of that. Ow. Ah. Okay, this you do have to slide under. You can't jump it. Yes, fire slash. That noise will go against the wall is like just fun to hear. I don't know why.
Nice shot.
But Swordman, once you get the hang of it, as long as you just keep an eye on his attacks, I mean the same with any boss. Just be careful of that one that falls out of the sky. Personally, I always have a hard time dodging that, but if you have the power slide, you shouldn't have too big of a problem getting away from it. But after defeating Swordman, we get Flame Sword, which is a bit of a melee attack. But I am sorry, but I do wish I had more time, but for now, I do have to end this episode off here. I know we only just did the 2 Rope Masters, and there hasn't really been much in this episode, but I don't really have time to take on Searchman at the current time. So, I am sorry. I will get to it in the next episode, and I will see you guys then when we take on Searchman and see what is next when we get on Dr. Wily's fortress, or the tower, whatever you want to call it. But anyway, I will see you guys then in the next episode. Later.